You're watching ZTV.
That's a really great question. Thank you for asking it. I suppose you could probably like lump, all prophets into some type of category and say they do this or do that, but I wouldn't fit in there. I don't think I'm like one of the reasons that I just was adamant that I was a teacher, a fivefold teacher and not a prophet is because I don't operate in the way that a prophet operates. Like most prophets, people just assume that they're delivering words, personal prophetic words and stuff like that. And I do that every once in a while, but for the majority, for me, if I get personal prophetic words, it's usually because I'm interceding for somebody. Like in most cases, I'll have a dream about someone and then I'll end up praying for them according to what the Lord desires for them. And I don't always contact them. Sometimes they just need somebody with authority to release a prophetic decree so that they can get their breakthrough or whatever. And a lot of times I just deliver that. I only contact them if the Lord doesn't give me more information. Like sometimes in a dream, He'll just flash a person in front of me several times until I realize that, He's highlighting somebody to me. And in that instance, I go to them and say, okay, I have an invitation to pray for you. What can I pray for you for? And the reason the Lord brings them up is because a lot of times people don't know how to pray for whatever it is that they're asking for, and they could be struggling, or it could be their set time for deliverance, but they need somebody to release it into the earth realm. And so the Lord has me do that. The majority of my prophetic gifting is takes place in communion with the Godhead. A lot of times what's happening for me on my end is that I'm getting information for the world, for different places and different people and stuff like that, things that the Lord wants done, and I'm just the herald. I'm just the prophet that releases it into the earth realm, because the Bible says that everything, God establishes everything in heaven, and we are supposed to establish it on the earth. So a lot of times I'm just that prophet that's establishing it on the earth. As far as people just saying, okay, well, I'm hearing this and all that stuff. As far as I can tell, in my personal experience, you're not always supposed to release that stuff to people. You're just supposed to release it into the earth so that it can be, so that it can begin to be established, because most people don't know how to steward prophetic words. We can prove this throughout history. I'm sure you can think of prophetic words in your own life that haven't come to pass yet or whatever, but a lot of people don't know how to partner with heaven to have those things manifest in the natural. So you just have to, and this of course, this is my experience. This is not law. But you just kind of have to use discernment and ask the Lord, what He wants you to do with that stuff. But I guess if I was going to be categorized, I am probably most like Moses or Abram, because they were prophetic intercessors, and that's what I do. But technically, I guess I am fivefold prophet, and of course that may change. That I am not just a closet prophet. It could be that someone before called it a barefoot prophet, because you're in your prayer closet walking around on holy ground with the shoes off. But I may not always be a closet prophet. I may do other things out there in the world at some point, but as far as I know, that's my experience, and that's what I mostly do. So it just depends. Everybody's different, and this is the thing. Like when you want to try to categorize and say what prophets do and what they don't do, you just look at the Bible and look at the different people who were referred to as a prophet in the Bible and the types of things that they did, and that's kind of how you get the characteristics of what a prophet does. But then you also have to understand that the Lord has done new things, in our generation, and He will probably continue to do new things, because we are going after people who are not churched right now in mass, and those things that we would normally characterize as a prophet of the church and stuff like that, the whole dynamic is going to change, because we have to appeal to those who have not been raised in the church, or they don't have any understanding of godly things and stuff like that, and so we need to be able to perform those offices according to what they will receive and what they need. So I don't know. That's just what I what I have. I hope that is enough information.